Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life, and last week I asked you lot who I should vote for in the Smash Bros. Fighter ballot. Here's what just a few of you had to say. Luigi fan reckons that I should be voting for Maxwell from Scribblenauts, presumably because Luigi's already in. I like it, it's different, it's out there. Why not? It would be crazy to see that, and given the game that he's from, I mean, you'd have no trouble making up a moveset for him now, would you? That decoded moose guy, along with half the population of the entire planet, reckons I should be voting for Shovel Knight. He goes on to say that he would be super interesting, he's from one of the best games of the year, and fits in well with Nintendo, and yes, I'd have to agree, and if he wasn't a front runner, I'd be very surprised indeed. Mitch Keedy apparently just has 3 words for me: Banjo freaking Kazooie. He's not the only one, to name only one other person, seriously there were loads of you. Cool Guy MK8 reckons that Banjo Kazooie should be in there as well, and they deserve to be in it because of the amount of moves they have in the game. And it's true, with Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie and maybe a little bit of nuts and bolts sprinkled in there, they have as many moves as you would ever need for Smash Bros. Banjo Kazooie is a huge part of my childhood, it's pretty difficult to say no to that. Josh LeBlanc was so desperate to get my attention he even used 3 exclamation marks, now that's dedication. This chap reckons that Young Link from Majora's Mask should make a comeback, because he was in Melee, kind of, but he should be able to use all the transformations, including the Deku Mask, the Zora Mask, and of course the Goron Mask. Nice idea, the only problem I see is the fact that Nintendo really have tried to drop this whole transformation thing like they did with Pokemon Trainer, and indeed even Zelda and Sheik, so I don't see that happening, but Young Link without these transformations? Maybe. Mischievous Meowth has been a little bit predictable and has said that I should vote for Meowth from Pokemon. And his reason for this is because we already have Pikachu. If Meowth was brought in, it would be literally a game of cat and mouse. Maybe. Yasol Arbra, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, reckons that Roy would be a good choice because we've already got Mewtwo from Melee. Yes, it's true that Roy was also a Melee veteran and he wasn't in Brawl, much like Mewtwo, but to be honest, he was so sort of similar to Marth. I mean, he was a bit more powerful, and yes, there was variation, but really, I don't see it happening. He's just too similar to Marth. Ellie Mendez says very simply, Plock. Yes, Plock. For anyone who doesn't know who Plock is, this is him right here. He was on a game on the SNES, and it's actually a really good game made by the Pickford brothers, who made Wetrix, which is possibly the greatest puzzle game ever. Liam Cole 2000 says Slippy Toad, because Slippy is love, Slippy is life, and who doesn't love Slippy? Me. 360 Snakey says, reckless safety notice man, it must happen. Now I have actually seen this before and I think it is a fantastic idea, purely because it represents the whole of the Wii catalogue. Also, we've had Wii Fit Trainer, so these crazy things could happen. And I love the final smash, removing the safety strap, it's just, oh, sublime. Well done to whoever made that. Oliver Hilder ignores everything that I said and just says, oh god, Nintendo's turning into Valve. I don't know what he's getting at. And finally, Darth Lobster says that he voted for Inkling Girl, but reckons that I should be voting for Shovel Knight. He justifies this by talking about indie representation and third party, and yeah, it is very convincing. However, I still also like the idea of the Inkling Girl being in there. I don't know how she'd work, but it would be cool, wouldn't it? So there you have it. You have narrowed it down for me to 2 potential candidates, and I'm going to have to decide between them. And they are Shovel Knight and Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie mainly because it was a big part of my childhood, but Shovel Knight, sort of from an objective point of view, looks like it's to be the big front runner. A load of other people mentioned King K. Rool, and as much as I love King K. Rool, it is just another heavy villain, so I don't know, I'm not convinced. Would be cool, but I think we could get something more interesting with Shovel Knight or Banjo and Kazooie. Thank you to everybody who commented. Unfortunately, I can't read everyone's thoughts out because it would be a very long and boring video if I did. However, you have a chance to get your thoughts published in the next video. And so my question this week is, which retro tracks do you think we'll see in Mario Kart 8's second DLC pack? Leave your thoughts in a comment down below, and who knows, maybe it'll be featured next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, why don't you vote Nintendo Life subscribe button for Smash, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.